Liverpoolville, Maryland, September 29th. Dear Parents, I received yours of the 22nd, and was very glad to hear from you, it being the first time that I heard from you by your own hand since I have left home. I thought I would write today, for I would send my letter from by Mr. Frost. He arrived here Friday, in company with Messrs. Palmier, Neilward Foster, Houghton Carter, G. Fields. I tell you, there was some excitement here when they arrived. It seemed as though we had arrived home. Mr. Frost made for me when he saw me, and shook my hand as though we had never had any troubles at all. He has told me all about the alternations in the room, the use in yarn, how much they are getting off, etc., etc. He told me that Butterfield had left, and that old Mr. Robinson. Very likely you have found this all out before, but I must have something to write about, you know. I wrote to you when I was on picket to let you know when I have forgot whether I wrote anything about our march down there or not, but I will tell you it over again, so if I do not you will know about it, for I intend to let you know all about what we got through and how we got through it with it. It is 5 miles from our camp to the river. We took up our line of march in the rain. With our overcoats and knapsacks on, we left everything at the camp but our blankets, overcoat, and one extra shirt, for we only expected to be gone 2 days. When we got out into the road it was pretty tough marching. The mud was from 2 to 3 inches and in some places deeper. We had not gone a great ways before the sun came out hot, and I tell you it was a hot one. After marching about 2 miles we halted and took off our overcoats, rested, and started off again in a few minutes. It began to sweat again, and no wonder, for all on our backs was the knapsacks with our blankets and overcoats, and besides our gun and cartridge box containing 40 cartridges. We halted about a half a mile from the river to take our supper, for it was not safe for us to go in sight, for they would fire upon me. We got to our picket, which was about 1.5 miles from where we went through the tunnel, under the canal, a strip of land that is between the canal and river. It is about 50 foot wide. The name of the canal is the Chesapeake and Ohio. We got a negro whilst we were there. He swam across the river to us, and we are going to bring him to Massachusetts with us. I see in the papers that they give an account that the enemy have crossed the river at Edward's Ferry, but that is false. It is not so. They are afraid as long opportunity offers itself. Mr. Frost says you told him to let me have some if I wanted any. I believe I shall. You can take it out of my pay that I send home. Give my love to all inquiring friends and the children. They say that I received your letter. I got 9 other ones from Laddock. They were all well. I have not received the Tribune yet. Write soon. Goodbye, and may God bless you from your loving son, Hiram A. Chambers. Weeks today since we started now. I do not call that very bad. You had ought to be satisfied with a letter a week, anyhow, but if you are not, I will manage to write 2 if I can find anything to write about. You must remember that we write under difficulties here, mainly that there is most always a drum going, or else the tent is full talking about everything under the sun. Today I am on the sick list. My complaint is a cold settled in between the bones, and a lame back, and weak as a drowned rat, but I begin to feel better already. The doctor told me to lay still in my quarters till I got well, so you see I am all right for a while. Calvin says his company is learning to drill, so if they have to go to the war they will know something about the drill, till there is no use, for we are going to be home to eat dinner Christmas with our folks. That is, if things go on as they are doing now. The report here is Jeff Davis is dead, and that Georgia has withdrawn some troops to keep down insurrection. Kentucky is all right, so is Missouri. Jen Butler has done a big thing, that hasn't he? We never shall be in a battle as long as we stay here. I do not think but we are well prepared if they do attempt to cross to us. We have 5th Regiment here, that is besides our own, a little ways, say within 2 miles of here, and 2 batteries on the same field with us, mounting in all 12 big guns. Bunk's division is within 9 miles of here. He has 20,000. Dear Father, I wish you could write too. It does not seem as though you cured anything from your eldest. Now do write. It would seem so good to have a letter from you. Now write a good long one. Say for instance like the one I wrote before this, or rather sent before this. Tin paper. I cannot think much more to write now, so I am going to close I will close by bidding you good-bye for the present. Give my love to all, and write soon. May God bless you and return me safe to you before long. Charlie is well. From your loving son Hiram. Direct to Washington as before.